Hey my crafty friends, this is Terry Marcus with the Yia Yia Collection, and I'm here today to tell you about something that I found out from May Made It. I follow her, and she has great ideas, but she talked about this organization, Cards for Kids, and they have an immediate call for 3,000 bookmarks for senior citizens. So I made up about 50 bookmarks and sent them off earlier in the week, and I wanted to share with you what I did and what May suggested, and get you guys going and see if maybe you can send 5 or 10 or whatever you decide you want to send. They do a lot of cards, and their cards go to kids in hospitals around the world. So it's a great organization. If you go to their website, cardsforkids.org, it gives the specifications. There's some rules and regulations that they have, like, anyway, you can read about it. Not religious, not specific holidays, because the cards go out at different times of the year. But anyway, they need them for all different age ranges, and they give suggestions about what you messages you put inside of them, and you just sign. Like for me, it would be Terry, Bradenton, Florida. So anyway, I thought this was a great thing to do. I'm going to start sending cards monthly. I make so many, and so that's something I can do very easily and would encourage you to do. If you want to join with my group, then when you send them in, just say that you're part of the Yia Yia Collection and my name, and then we'll get credit as a group for sending them in. You know, there's always a great thing to do in numbers. So anyway, I thought this was a wonderful philanthropic idea to do, and thank you May for doing it, and follow May if you don't know her. It's where I buy my art glitter glue as well as my local shop, and she has lots of good ideas. So let's get started. I did mine a little different than she did. I tend to have more 12 by 12 paper than anything. So I started off with a sheet of 12 by 12, and I trimmed it to 11 inches on the one side. And then 8 1/4. Try to get it straight here. So you end up with this piece here. I'm going to trim this piece at 2 3/4. It's already 11, so half of 11 would be 5 1/2. So this is my first 2 bookmarks. Excuse me. So then so this piece is 8 1/4. So then I'm going to take this piece on the 8 1/4 side and trim it every 2 3/4 inches. And this gives me 8 bookmarks out of a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. So then I'm going to trim those at 5 1/2. So here's 8 bookmarks. Then I decided to do some children's bookmarks. I know they were asking for senior citizens, but I'm going to do some children's bookmarks. So once again, we're going to trim this to 11. And this, I've just been using papers that I have in my stash. I didn't go buy anything special. And then these papers, we're going to cut at 2.5. So we'll have a little bit of a border around them. And I'll put all these measurements up when I load up the video so that you've got them. And this is directional paper, so I'm not going to be able to turn it like I did with the solid paper. But I'm still going to get 8 of them out of here. Okay, so these need to be 5 1/4 long. Doesn't matter where in the world you live, you can do these and send them, because they do distribute these cards, like I said, worldwide, which is nice to know. And I know my grandson is into the Harry Potter illustrated books, so bookmarks are good for him. And of course, my granddaughter's only 4, so she's reading books that are real books. All right. All right, so I saved these pieces because I can use these to stamp sentiments on to add to the cards. All right, so I'm going to stub cut these upper corners. Not a fancy cut or anything, I figure for kids. This gives a little bit of something without making it too fancy. There's our 8 backs. And I'm going to do the same stub cut on these fronts. And this is a Memory Keepers Crocodile Punch. Sometimes Tuesday Morning has them. I've gotten them with my coupon at Michael's. There's several different kinds of punches. But there's punches, all kinds of punches. These are just the ones I like because I can grip them with my whole hand, and if I'm doing a lot of punching, it saves my thumb that has some arthritis in it. Okay, so these go together really pretty quick. So you're going to take one, and you can do 2 different papers. I didn't even think to do that, but on my other ones I did do 2 different ones. And with the cardstock, it makes it pretty sturdy. Okay. So again, I will put the correct measurements up. Apologize. So you just center these, give them an even border all the way around. And this can be either for a girl or a boy. Girls are into robots just like boys are. Okay, then I have this hole punch, and you can see that it has its own stopper in it, so every time you punch you'll get a hole in the same spot. So I just eyeball it to make sure it's centered. And then on these I'm going to use some twine. I'm going to cut it about 6 inches. And put a double knot in it. And then I'll just put a little dab of my glue on the end, or you can put, if you have fray check, but this is usually what I do. And there you go. There's a little bookmark, easy peasy. You can turn them out pretty quick. Like I said, out of a 12 by 12, you can get 8 of them, so they go together pretty fast. Use your imagination of what you want to put on here. I thought the ones I did some men ones out of some Tim Holtz papers. I did some floral ones, and then I did one with birds on it so that it could be either gender. So anyway, they need 3,000 of these ASAP. So if you can get 5 in the mail by Monday, that would be great. I will get this posted this afternoon, and this is the 1st of November, and then you'll be able to get yours made and out in the mail this week. You could decorate it. You could add little empowerment sayings. I tried to put things about reading, like Take an Adventure, things like that, because it was about reading, and I love to read. And to me, reading is an adventure, and it takes you places that you love to go. So anyway, I just wanted to jump on here real quick, tell you about this opportunity. I'm going to start doing cards for them also, and so I will come back and do another video on some cards. But this is a great way to do something for people that are shut in, especially now with COVID, that they are limited with visitors, and more places are doing more shutdowns again. And I don't know what that's going to mean as we move forward into the winter months. But I can't imagine how lonely it is for our senior citizens and our children to not have loved ones coming and seeing them regularly. So this is just a little way that we can bring a little smile to their face. Thanks for joining me. Again, this is Terry Marcus with the Yia Yia Collection. Please share this video, and hopefully your other crafty friends would want to jump in and do it. Again, this is for cards for kids, and if you want to join my group, it's the Yia Yia Collection, and let's see what we can do for them in cards and bookmarks, and help these people have a great day. Thank you. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this, and share it with your friends, and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Thanks.